Boom, there we go. We got to talk episode 9, I think. I was going back today and I was fixing all the titles because a lot of them were like still CKO, still had no number on them, etc. Yeah. But yeah, now episode 9 today, I think. I can't wait to upload this and it's like episode 8. But yeah.
Turns out to be like episode 6. Fucking crazy. Just got lost in the files.
So we tried to get like a fuck ton of people on for guests. And it didn't work out. We ended up getting...
We tried to get loads of people on, then ended up getting 2 booked for the same day next week.
Yeah, literally. I wanted to move one of them on at some point, but yeah, we tried all week to get a guest, and then it was like...
Even if we just schedule for different times in the same day, like I said to you earlier, just do the 2 recordings in the same day, and then we'll just have them there in the backlog, like...
Yeah. We already have a backlog. Like, this comes out a week after we record it.
Yeah, so, like even like let's just say we record the 2 next week, but the following week we can't record for whatever reason. We've got 2 recorders. We can just put one out that week anyway.
Well, there you go. That simple.
Exactly.
Why didn't I think it is?
Simple as eating cheese.
Which, you know, a minute ago, Willa was happily enjoying, and now he's got a sausage.
He was nominate down.
When the lads came back from Santa Pons and they were like,
wet cheese and
we're going to take it serious. We're going to get the diet going. It's going to be more,
that's what I've been doing.
Bad foods.
Cheese and sausage diet, that's where it's at.
We're at cheese and sausage right now.
Don't know about you, man. I'm working out hard.
Working out playing zombies, you big poo, yeah.
I've been working out for fucking...
longer than us.
9-10 weeks.
Longer than us,
consistently, yes. and fucking Crowe doing that. I don't have that. I got like a little bit of that, but he's got more than that, more of that than me.
I don't know, man. Just natty. Sorry.
Nice. Fair play. Actually, one of the guests I wanted to get on.
I am too tired to listen to the stupid shit you come out with today.
Sure, man. Go back to eating your cheese. Go back to eating your cheese like a little rat there in the corner.
Can I? Is there a way that I can mute him on my own so I don't have to listen to him without muting everybody?
I actually think there is a way for you to
do it. Go for it, man.
Please, I can't be listening to him today. Man, I will up and leave.
You did 2 minutes ago.
To get more cheese.
Yeah, we had a great time setting this up.
Yeah,
but
that we're gonna go with. Great time.
Yeah.
Because one of the lads I was trying to get on was a powerlifter. He's an Irish guy. He does claim that he's natural, but then I started talking to some other powerlifters to get on for this, and someone was telling me like the guy was like openly taking like that fucking super serious steroid, but like he said it to his friends and then like just kind of like double backed on it, like no, I didn't really do it. Didn't really do it. But he was massive. No, because if we get him on, I want him to say it.
No, just expose him now.
But yeah, talking about big people, Lizzo had some shit going on. You guys see what happened there? She made like her dancers eat bananas out of the vaginas of prostitutes in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I think I heard this. Yeah,
and she went around. Listen, the thing that really caught my eye was the fact that she was supposed to go around fat shaming a lot of her dancers and stuff.
Oh, like of all people?
Like, listen, don't get me wrong. She
Bro
is a big
the Michelin man,
but like. Is she really in a position to be fat shaming her dancers? And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. Like,
no, you don't.
Fellow who hates women.
No, I do. Like,
fellow who hates women over here saying this. Look at this.
Tell me how you can mute him. I'm actually gonna fucking leave. I'm actually gonna up and leave. I'm actually gonna up and leave.
I think Willem loves women.
I say one fucking thing, and he comes out with he hates women.
Go on, no, finish your thing.
No,
Go on, say your thing.
All I was going to say was I just think it's a bit hypocritical for her to be fat shaming people, given that she's not exactly the smallest person. Like,
yeah, she's like literally 350 pounds, and like it's hard to get to like 250, like on purpose. Never mind to get to 300, 350. What is she eating?
People.
The other dancers apparently. But there was also shit of I don't know if it was her or her manager or one of the organizers. It's a massive case with like her whole team.
Yeah.
They were like shaming some of the women for having sex before marriage.
Yeah, I seen that as well. Like,
yet they wanted them to eat bananas out of the vaginas of prostitutes. Yeah. So like, what's going on? Is she like a big fucking prude, or is like, what's going on?
It's a bit of a weird case.
And
Yeah,
they let this bitch on The Mandalorian just to ruin an episode, just to make Jack Black look small.
Yeah.
Jack Black's a big guy. He's when I was growing up, when we were growing up, he was the fat guy. He was the funny fat guy. Lizzo made him look slim.
It is the funny fat guy.
Lizzo made him look tiny. That guy played a fat panda in Kung Fu Panda.
Panda, yeah.
And Lizzo made him look small. Even on voice acting, he plays big characters. And yeah, she just fucking towered over him. Yeah. Anyway, I think Lizzo's hopefully, and it's about time that she's done, because man, she's just been annoying ever since she showed up.
Like when people say Lizzo to me, she's the type of artist, you know, the way like some artists will literally release like 2 or 3 songs that like really kind of go well, and then the rest are all just shit. That is literally the way I view her. Like she has like 2 or 3 songs that if they're on, I won't skip them, but I wouldn't be a huge like I wouldn't listen to them on repeat kind of, you know, that kind of way. Like I kind of just let them play through. Like I wouldn't be too fussed if it's on. Like, but yeah,
so, bro listens to Lizzo. That's all I'm getting. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
I wake up in the
bro
morning
supporting a wow.
Excuse me.
I
wake up in the morning. First thing I do is listen to About Damn Time 10 times to get myself in the mood for the day.
Oh yeah, that's her song. Yeah. That's not actually a bad song. Fuck.
Nope.
But like all her PR stuff as well, like is pretty fucking terrible.
But aren't like her social handles like Lizzo be eating?
Yeah.
Like.
But like she probably knows. A lot of people who are like morbidly obese, inhumanly obese on social media, they do take advantage of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like they know they can get some trolls coming at them, and it fuels the algorithm, gets more people looking.
To be fair, I'd have a field day if I like. I was talking to one of the lads in work here a while ago actually, and we're actually playing something on PlayStation Monday evenings after work on the Saturday or whatever. And he was saying he has like a mate that he met from I think it was India or one of them like Asian countries. I think it was India. He was saying he met like just through playing like shit on PS or on the computer or whatever, like sound loud or whatever. And he was just they were talking about like gamer tags, and you know, like you can like you used to be able to pay money to like create a randomly generated gamer tag for like your Xbox or whatever.
Yeah.
And like how in COD nowadays you see like people putting all these like mad like gamer tags like Lana Rhodes and fucking like all these like just like ridiculously out there like gamer tags or whatever.
Cringe.
Yeah, it's like. But then I think I actually ended up saying this to you as well. Then after I said it to him, but about the whole thing, like if you could change your name, what would you change it to? And I ended up turning around to you and I said I'd change my name to like Delete or something, just because I could have the perfect gamer tag for it.
No, you said you'd change yours to Prime Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, that was on FIFA. I got banned for a week for that as well, actually.
Prime Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Good job.
Tonight, I'm a man of action.
Man, when that documentary came out, it went pretty fucking hard. A lot of edits of this fucking serial killer who just raped people and fucking ate them, murdered them.
I'm pretty sure if there's a way that I can search through this conversation in the group chat that I did say something about like changing like my fucking. If I could change my name to anything, I'd change it to Delete because I'd be able to have like the perfect fucking gamer tag. Just with like using a play on words and shit for it. But yeah, I was talking to my mate from work about this anyway. And we were just talking. We've gone to the topic of it because of your man he met or whatever. And the gamer tag that I came up with, what that we both came up with, was basically a play on like the Control-Alt-Delete function on like a keyboard. And we changed the delete bit to delip, so it was Control-Alt-Delip.
I don't get delip. Like, I don't get what's going on.
No,
here.
it's like it's a name. It's like an Indian name that I've heard and seen in like TV shows and shit before. Look at Crowe, he's fucking dying.
I'm like, what?
But yeah, it's stupid. But if you understand that it's like an Indian or like a name of like Asian origin or whatever, it works. And because it sounds somewhat like delete, it works as well. Yeah, like I said, it's stupid, but it's a thinker. But if you kind
I
of,
think I do remember you saying about this. Yeah,
yeah, I was gonna say, I sent it into the group chat, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you did before. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, more context required. My brain's like, what?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like an Irish equivalent. Body. Like, yeah. What do you got there, Crowe?
This came from the little tobacco shop in Ponza. Cheapest cigars you could buy over there, €1.70. Yeah, it's basically
€1.70. Man, I remember when I was 16, I was in there for or in, what was it called again? Probably at Barcelona for TY, and sneaking out one of the Lithuanian lads, and we fucking barreled down to that fucking store. We bought a shit ton of those. They like in our hotel room, man. Could not breathe the next day. Literally could not breathe the next day. Permanent damage.
They're basically like rolled up pieces of paper. You just light them on fire, man. You know, like.
Well, yeah. You guys see disposables are getting a look from the Irish government right now. They might get banned soon.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have a few down here in my drawers, but I'm not using them anymore, man.
Not opposed to them going away, because like I remember like when they first came out, seeing like little batteries and like broken plastic all over the ground because people would just finish them and fucking smash them on the ground and eat them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just looked like you just see bits of them everywhere. Like I like if I was going down to Dunn's or I was going down to the gym even, just
mauled everything.
Yeah,
just fucking
destroy batteries, etc.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I can live with that.
Speaking of new jobs,
we weren't even talking about jobs.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Change it to the topic about job related. Do you want to tell us what's been happening on your side?
No, I just want to fucking eat my sausage rolls in peace.
I told this motherfucker to eat his sausage 12 minutes ago before we started, and he's still eating.
Sue me.
But yeah, you got a new job.
Yeah.
This fella is in the run for new job.
I'm gonna fucking tell you about the interview, right? So
tell us.
I applied for this
detail.
job, not this week just gone, but the week before. So the week I came back from Spain on the Thursday when I applied for like fucking 69 other jobs as well.
Wow.
And yeah, to be honest, like I was just kind of going to like Indeed, jobs.ie, whatever. I was like, I wasn't doing it to expect to actually get an interview or whatever back, but kind of hoping that I might find something because I just fucking hate working the evening shifts. They're a pain in the arse. Excuse me. And like with the whole like, cause in what?
We can't bring you anywhere, man.
Don't mind me. He also went to turn away from his mic, even though it's attached to his fucking face.
I was looking at the TV. That's why.
And I was like, what?
Go on, keep going.
Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, it was just one of the jobs I ended up applying for or whatever. Like I said, like the job I do now and will be doing for the next 2 weeks, I have no problems with. Like I actually love the job. It's just the shift working the evening shifts. It's a pain in the arse.
Name and shame.
No, get out. You know where I work anyway. But
yeah,
like the shift patterns changed from this week as well. So when I'm on evening shift next week, I'll be finishing at 12 o'clock instead of like 11:30 or whatever it was. So it'll be like 12:30 nearly by the time I get home.
Yeah.
So like not ideal. But yeah, got a call off this place that I'm gonna be starting in 2 weeks on Thursday. Your man rings up, whatever. He goes, "Do you want to come for an interview?" I was like, "Yeah, sound." He was like, "Right, come over for 5 o'clock or whatever." Obviously, there was a bit more to it than that, like, but went over on Thursday, whatever. Sat down, did the interview, whatever. Had a chat with him, like the usual kind of process or whatever. Then he rang me back there yesterday and said, "Yeah, look, like you've got the job, whatever. Like, we choose you." Whatever, like them fucking Uncle Sam posters. We want you. But
did he bring you around? Did he show you the grounds?
No, but like I kind of got a bit of a look just while I was waiting to go in anyway myself. Like it's looks like a nifty little setup or whatever over there. Like so, but like it's not like a full like it's one of them kind of businesses where it's kind of like it's literally like a shop counter or whatever. You've got a few bits there, then you've got like all your orders and stuff in the back. And
Yeah, I
obviously
was
I have
gonna
a
say.
warehouse where your deliveries and stuff come in or whatever. Just kind of
Yeah.
the makeup of it as such. But yeah, I rang back anyway there yesterday and said, yeah, like, look, you've got the job if you want it or whatever. So officially gave him my notice today. So I finish on the 18th.
Excited?
Yeah.
He's moving up.
I'm excited to get off working evening shifts, but I can't lie, I'm a bit sad that I'm leaving Brady's. As much as I give out about the place and how much it wrecks my head, like I said, I do enjoy the job in there, and like everyone that I need to work with or cooperate with in there, I have no issues with. Like, so like it is kind of sad in that respect, but again, fucking no more evening shifts, so
No more Netflix. No more watching football, man.
I won't
No
need
more
to watch football
snack.
and work. I'll be home for it all. You know?
Yeah, that's a major thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, more time to
Well, that's it.
yourself and a bit more pay. Like, what more could you
Yeah.
want?
Exactly, yeah. Can't lie though, I'm kind of surprised I got the interview, given that one of the questions he asked me was what I knew about cars, and I literally turned around and said they had 4 wheels and move.
I fill out my applications and I give these fucking detailed answers and I do research on the companies and then give a right answer. Apparently, if I just said I don't fucking know, maybe I'll get it sooner. No, I'm gonna take Willem Strat from now on. It's like, so what do we do at Marketing Co? I don't fucking know. You're hiring me.
Oh god.
Yeah. Man, applications can be hilarious. Sometimes, like those recruiters, they got a bit of humor in them. There's one for Ryanair, and it was like, could you convince your superiors to wear a costume? And like that was the question. I'm like, who's in charge of me? Who am I at? Like the guy who owns the company, my manager. Like, why would I have to convince someone to wear a costume? And it was for like an event organizer thing as well. So
Yeah.
kind of weird. But I did say yes. I also put in like, this is the weirdest question I've ever been asked in any application I've ever filled. Didn't get that job.
No.
Actually, I had a few during the week. I was excited for and then didn't turn out well.
How's it on with them?
There's one for Ross Cray, right? There was a marketing thing going on there. And I had to do this fucking elaborate search of how would I get there. Okay, my first bus leaves Eden there at 4 o'clock in the morning. I get to Tullamore.
Oh,
then I have to go get
hell.
the train to Port Leash, and that takes okay, so I get there for 7 o'clock after 3 hours of traveling. Great. Yeah, sure, fuck it, I'll take the job. Yeah, I'd love that. So I was dealing with a hiring agency. I was like, yeah, I'd love that. That was perfect. And then same day, literally 2 hours later, they sent me an informal email like, you didn't get it. And then like the guy who like deals with me, his name's also Gerard. He emailed me the next day like, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, you didn't get it. So that was a sucker punch.
Go on, Rex.
I was doing another one, and in my CV I put in that I've interviewed Carol Baskin and a couple other like fucking famous people.
Oh yeah.
And the recruiter was like, so before we start, what was Carol Baskin like? That's insane. I just go to like I asked if she killed her husband, like straight away, and
she did in fact put her husband.
If you hire me, I will tell you what happened. But I should hear from him on Monday. Hopefully, I got something there because it's pretty cool.
Hire me first. I'll give you the answer.
I tell you, I'll open the whole goddamn book on Carol Baskin. You hire me right now. Right, stop the applications.
A lovely woman.
Yeah.
Just to put that out there, you know.
But it depends. How do you feel about Carol Baskin? Do you think she's nice? Oh yeah, she was great. Oh, she's a bitch. Yeah, she was. Oh my god. Yeah. But
Harold B.
You know, the funny thing as well, like you'd expect a lot of recruiters to be men. Like you just think position of power, probably a guy doing that. No, I've never.
No.
Okay.
I've never been interviewed by a man.
So we're starting on the sexist topic early then.
You already did. You're the most sexist guy here.
Man.
Let's be honest.
What do you mean?
Well, you just have a lot of takes on women I don't agree with.
Man.
Especially that thing you said about like kitchens and so on, like dishwashers. Like
man,
that was terrible.
Man,
you said this before the show.
Anything of the sort.
I never said anything of the sort. Yes, you did, Will.
Don't fucking try and drag me for fucking shit I didn't say.
Listen here, buddy.
Nah, listen, get it.
Honesty is the best policy.
No, yeah, stop talking shit.
Do you think you're the least sexist here? No, that's
Man.
no. So yeah, you're probably the most.
Listen, just because I make some
You
edgy
should-
jokes does not mean
I'm only
I am.
only messing. But
Yeah, fuck
yeah,
off.
no,
Get out.
never had a male recruiter ever. So
Trying to think. I think the only, well, this is only like the third proper job I'll have had, and of the 3 interviews I've done for each of them, well, the job I applied for in Brady's, I think it was a mix because my manager was male, my supervisor was female, and then my team leader was male, so there was kind of a mix there for the Brady's one. And then when I worked in Elvery's back before when I finished school, that was the interview for that was done with a woman. And then obviously yesterday I went out, or Thursday, the one I did on Thursday was with a male. So it's kind of
honest question.
Go on.
Do you try rhythm up a little bit?
No.
Should you?
Well, no, because that when I did that interview, like I was fresh out of school and all I could think of was put dosh in my pocket. But to be honest, like I'm at the stage now where I've been out of interviews for that long. Like it's just at the stage I could be like I was in the interview on Thursday and I was literally kind of like sat there, like kind of sat back, like tapping the fingers away on the table beside me as I was talking to your man. Like I literally, if I was going for like a kind of decent job, like a decent like pay, like a proper like job you'd need to go to like college for, to like study for a while. Oh, I would have been kicked out of the interview within like 5 minutes. I'd say. Like,
Brother, I tell you, I don't even think college is worth it.
Oh man,
I'm after doing a level 8, and I've done 1,000 applications plus, probably 1,100, 1,200 this week.
Tried to tell you.
I don't even think
College is-
I don't think college is
College
worth
is
it
not
anymore.
worth it.
I don't even.
Yeah.
How long
I don't
have
think
you
I
been
want my
applying for
kids to go to
jobs for?
college.
How long have you been applying for jobs for?
Since the 2nd week of May. It is now the 5th of August.
I applied for jobs. Yeah, come on, Birmingham. Fuck you, Swansea. Right job. Apologies for that, man.
I mean,
yeah,
when I left
I
school,
spent,
I knew
like-
I didn't want to go to college because it was just a waste of time.
Yeah,
Really.
but you also got a job with people you knew, so you took the easy way
Down
out
the
anyway.
road, you had the
Yeah.
I don't want to be a
Skill enhancement.
dickhead, Crowe, but
No,
you had the
skill
easiest
issue.
setup
Yeah.
I could think of.
Literally.
I mean,
Now,
I know, right?
what you do with it is your own thing, but you got that pretty handy. You gotta admit.
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
Very
Yeah.
handy.
But you've
Easy.
done well with it, in fairness. But yeah, a bit jealous on that one.
I'm almost 3 years working. Me.
You know what's annoying as well? I wanted to be an engineer originally,
Oh, yeah.
and then
Well,
at the
why
last
did
second I
you-
was like, media and marketing. Like, there's a lot of money in marketing because one of my uncles was in
I could
sales
have
and
got you a
marketing.
job in engineering if you went down that road.
If I lived in fucking Cavan, maybe. Yeah.
All right, pack your bags. Come on, spare room.
Send me in.
Still issue.
But yeah, man, massive pain in the ass. Yeah, just taking a while. Now, no one ever actually responded to me until I had my grades from college, which
To be fair,
was annoying.
when I was applying for jobs when I finished school, I went in no college after school, just straight from school, and it took
Same stuff.
me. There we go. It took me 4 months, I think, before I even got an interview,
That makes me feel better. A lot better.
and 5 months before I actually found a job. So
Fair play.
yeah,
You know what's annoying as well? I don't think you were able to apply for job seekers when you originally came out of school. But
No, you could've.
if you come out of college, you can get it straight away.
I mean,
Yeah, 'cause I think
in
you
third
don't
year,
have to
fifth year, and
be-
sixth year, like I worked every summer, like 3 months in a row. January
Yeah.
to August, I worked. Or June to August, every summer.
Working those summers, it hit different. Didn't feel as bad.
nah, fuck that. I
Pretty
wasn't throwing away my fucking summers before I threw away my life. Fuck that shit.
You what?
I
Earning
wasn't gonna
dosh,
throw away
man.
my fucking summers before I threw away my life. Fuck that shit. I knew my life was going downhill once I finished school. I wasn't gonna waste the last few happy summers I had. Fuck that shit. No way.
Yeah, I mean, like third
ain't
year
about
summer,
that.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something with my life and get to work. That's what I did, man. Earn
Yeah,
harder
you went and worked
dosh.
with people you knew. You didn't even go out and try to
Yeah.
draft for that job. You took the
Easy.
fucking pussy way out.
I said I'd
Easy
go and get the
money.
second highest grade possible in a level 8 that's done in 3 years,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
still can't get a fucking job. I applied for internships and fucking entry level shit,
I
and
mean-
entry level does not mean what it means.
No.
Entry level means no experience. Like it's like a graduate program, just out of college, but they all want like, well, we need 5 years experience for this particular role. It's entry level though.
Minimum
So
5 years.
The pay is 25k for the year, but you need 5 years experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
There's so many jobs that have terrible pay and they want a fuck ton of experience. Like, oh, how much sales or how much like event organization do you have? Plus marketing,
0.
plus blank. You need like you need to be like
minimum.
you need to have like worked since you were like 14 in like real jobs to have these what they're looking for. You know what? Some people actually have
like,
those.
I think the problem nowadays is, I think, because work experience is such a huge thing, like in schools, from like third year on or whatever, employers almost see that as like the start of your kind of working experience in the working world or whatever. Even though it's only summer work or whatever, but like obviously summer is the only time you can work.
It's experience.
So they kind of class that as like a year's experience almost. So by the time, like, if you start doing your first kind of summer work and like after third year when you're like 15 or whatever, by the time you leave third year, you've essentially got 3 years of working experience under your belt just from being in school. Like, so at that stage you're already kind of like, if you didn't do summer work in school, you're already so far behind the curve without even fucking realizing it. Like,
Do you guys include your that kind of stuff in your CV?
when I first was looking for a job, I put work experience in. Yeah.
I don't have mine from school really, because
you should do that.
You think I should? I had like 3 different ones, but like they were all like, you know, store assistant, fucking charity worker.
Like the work experience.
Put everything you can in. Like, every bit helps.
The work experience I had from school was like basically like.
I'm gonna be on my fucking
and like Bergen's in the village here, and then like working in the primary school, like in the yard.
You worked in Bergen's
for work experience, not actually work, just work experience. Yeah.
You worked in a deli?
No, not the deli. Not behind the deli, but I did kind of work back in the kitchen and stuff as well. Like.
Oh shit.
So like I didn't actually work on the tills or on the deli. It was kind of like doing like the kind of
packing shelves,
background stuff, like restocking shelves, kind of cleaning shit in the kitchen, kind of taking rubbish out, not like the kind of mundane tasks or whatever. But between that and like the fucking primary school experience I had from work experience, like working out in the yard, like maintaining the yard and shit in the school, I didn't exactly have the most eye-watering options to choose from either now, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
I mean, in fairness, you live in a small village, so like
yeah, man, being from these areas like really fucks you. My mom was talking to me like she didn't have the same kind of issues with getting her first like job after college, whatever. But she was in Tala at the time, right? So she could get into Dublin like that.
Yeah.
There's a business fucking everywhere. There's jobs galore. Man, people are fighting, and I mean like fighting to work in fucking Paddy Power in this town.
Yeah.
People sacrifice their left nut to work at a till in Lidl.
People like, will shiv you in the neck just to take the job.
I've applied for every job in this town, in Enfield and Tullamore.
Yeah.
And it gets rough.
It does. Been there, done that.
To be fair, when you're not driving as well, it makes it so much harder.
Actually, I was doing a bit of driving there with Dad yesterday, and some lad came up and he fucking did like a donut and almost hit the fucking car when I was the guy fucking driving it, and it was horrific. Like, it's not like not like I was driving bad or whatever. Like he came at us. Like he came at us. But with his donut, he swung too wide, and you could tell he lost control of the car for a second.
He's like, "Oh fuck!
Like, this is a terrible idea. This is a shit joke."
Where was that? Whereabouts was that?
That was Dunn's car park.
Oh,
I'm guessing it was a Lexus. I'm guessing if it's rear wheel drive, it's a Lexus. Yeah.
That was just a dog shit.
Probably, I'd say, was it? Oh yes, 200. I'd say.
Yes, 200.
It was like a black car. I got some like weird little golden wheels and completely tinted so bad you could not see anything.
It was IS200.
Yeah.
An Altezza and IS200.
The amount of them going around nowadays, like given how old them cars are, like there's so many of them going around.
Yeah.
Just to go back on the work experience point, my second job ever was a store manager, and I was 15, 16, and this is so fucking weird because I don't know like if I should put it in my CV.
Where?
So I worked with a guy. His name was Willie.
No.
And Willie. And Willie owned a store. I don't know if I can say. I'm gonna say the full name. The second time around, and he would go off and he'd do deliveries all day.
Yeah.
And I was the only guy in the store all fucking day.
15 years old and he's running the store.
I was running the store. We got robbed. We got harassed. We had people come in out of their fucking mind. People were high as shit. Because where we're
what
from.
store was this?
I seen a guy get a nail through his leg across the road. There was travelers who were living in the town at the time, and the local drug dealers, some of which I grew up with in school. Like they were like, they just didn't pay anything. You know how Tick works. You know, like you buy it on Tick, so you know, I'll pay in a week. My dole money comes through, right? That kind of shit. And like one of the lads,
a silver spoon on a sunny day, right? Joe?
Massive fuck off plank. You could see the nail on it. It was like a railway nail, like, and he just fucking boom into the guy's leg, and he drops. He just drops, and this is like probably a rust nail or whatever. But then like the guy gets up and he fucking limps away, and where's my fucking money? And that kind of shit. And it was hilarious.
I'll walk it off. It's okay.
You, man. Like Edenderry is not a real place, man. Edenderry
is GTA lobby.
It's a GTA lobby, lad. Yeah, honest to God.
Yeah.
Like, walk it off.
Edenderry is either fun with NPCs or them fucking crackhead dons you see in GTA lobbies with like the fucking pink hair and barely there fucking jean shorts on. Like, get the fuck.
Yeah. But I'm looking at my CV. Like, I did that when I was like 15, 16. Do I add this? I'm 20 fucking 2. Do I add this into my fucking CV?
The situation
it sounds good, but it was so long ago.
The situation you're in, just put everything in because you've no actual working experience, just work experience. That's what I did. Like even when I finished in Elvery's, I only had like 3 months experience in Elvery's, so I still put on like work experience that I did like in school. So it was like Elvery's 3 months, and then it was like every Friday for like 6 months in like Bergen's, or like if it was like a week run at a time or whatever, just putting that in as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do like my fucking 10th, 12th fucking version of my CV now. My current one gets a lot of answers, but oh my fucking god, it just doesn't interviews.
Like 15 times.
Yeah, I guess I'll do it again then.
Yeah,
try extra hard this month.
I'll try again.
1,000 done, 1,000 more to go. No. Yeah.
Have my job if you want.
Huh?
Yeah,
have your job.
Have my job if you want.
How the fuck do I even get there? That's another fucking thing.
Bus from Edenderry.
Oh yeah.
Where?
There's a bus that goes from Edenderry. First drop off, first pickup point is Oaklands.
Isn't that the fella that lives down the road from you? Fella in the white bus. The white bus that parks in the yard.
Oh, he doesn't do it anymore, but bus still runs for the factory. Literally picks
there you go, Jared.
The first pickup is Oaklands, I think.
Handy money.
You know what's great about this?
What?
Not go to college for 8 years to do that job.
Neither did I.
Man, just don't worry about that.
Didn't go to college for fucking 3 years.
Don't worry about that. It's grand. Just pass over no marks, right? Just get into it. Straight.
Even go in till Christmas. They'll need the help coming up to Christmas. You need a job.
Yeah. I know you went to college and all that, but just push it to one side for one day, you know? Just go on.
Something to think about. I'll talk to you about it after.
Think about it, because like I said, like I've got 2 weeks before I leave, and if I can at least have someone lined up for them to kind of bring in and get training, it'll be like my parting gift to them or whatever.
More of a curse, Willem. I'm more of a curse.
You'll be fine, don't worry. I managed to stay in there for 2.25 years, 2 weeks of training out of 6 weeks of training that I was supposed to get. You'll be fine.
Good job. But yeah, apparently not the only one with a lot of issues with jobs. I was talking to one of the lads in the gym I went to school with. Yeah. He's still in college, and talking about people. He works in a shop. People we went to school would come into the shop. They have a wee chat, and basically same kind of story. Applied to fucking hundreds of places, nothing. Now, one of the stories you did tell me was one of these girls did like a fucking fine arts degree. And I was like, oh, so you're never gonna get anything. Man, I picked marketing because it's a massive fucking industry.
Yeah.
But something like that, that's pretty hard.
At the same time.
Engineering, man.
I should have done engineering, shouldn't I?
Yeah, should have.
I
Yeah,
really-
but a proper
really
engineer,
wanted
not
to
the
do it.
fucking, Not the pussy engineering this fella does.
Precision engineering
Yeah,
at its
pussy
finest.
engineering. Get out.
If you put the right chip into that machine, it could work without you.
Honestly,
Yeah.
well, they're actually bringing in. They actually brought one
Exactly.
a new machine there, automated machine.
Does
for a
that not
different
scare
area.
you?
You're
That they-
being
they-
replaced.
They
The
could
robots
replace
are
you.
taking over.
No,
Skill issue.
it's for a different area in work. Some
But,
of the
like-
lads might be let go. I don't know.
But do you ever think of that kind of stuff? Like oh, this is a machine that needs a user. What if the user could be a robot?
That's what they brought in, is a robotic machine for a different area. Not my area, but a different area.
I've asked you the same question 3 times and you've answered it.
Still not
Wrong.
answered it.
But
Yeah.
yeah, well, they might. I don't know when though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could do. They might not.
Well, one of the developers from OpenAI, the guys who made ChatGPT, that fucking ridiculously powerful AI.
Yeah.
He gave an apology fairly recently about how many jobs are going to be lost because of this thing, and how many are already gone because of this thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you're seeing like, the amount of people complaining about how poorly it can recreate stuff, like, and just look at all like the Chat GPT versions of like songs that it's redone. It's so bad.
But it
Like, and
can do it.
I know that's me music though, but like,
But
it's
like,
such a
if I ask it,
robotic
like,
process.
give me 40 of the highest ranking keywords relating to blank, and I'm making a website, I just fucking integrate that, and like I give it my script, my website, I'm like, okay, add these words in here somewhere, so when someone looks it up, it'll come up.
Yeah, but if you're getting to that stage, instead of making a website, you're getting it to render it for you. That just basically renders the whole process of learning that skill moot.
Yep, because it
Like,
can
that
also
skill just
code for
become
you.
Completely obsolete. So like,
One of my buddies who did game design, his final year, basically everything that was put into his game was made from that AI. He basically stopped learning code. Never had an exam on code, so didn't need to learn it anymore. Just asking AI to do it.
that's what I'm
And
saying, like if you're gonna
was
fucking
done.
go through all this hassle to like learn this skill and learn this certain thing, just to be fucking replaced by a robot, like,
It's going to
Yeah.
happen eventually.
yeah, not
later
for
on in the
me.
future.
It's so
Yeah, for
weird
you.
because, you know, like for a while, like tradespeople were out of jobs, so they went and did all
Yeah.
this computer shit, and now the people who did the computer shit are like, "Fuck, I should get a trade now."
Yeah, because the
Um,
computers are taking over the computer shit.
Yeah, it's
I
scary.
mean, yeah.
What's that?
All I'm
What's
saying
that
is
thing?
when the robots start to uprise, I ain't gonna be fucking here to fucking lose
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I'm gonna be well ahead of the curve, me lad. Just unplug them fuckers. I ain't gonna do shit then.
Well, here's the thing: because you work in warehouses, have you seen the robots that they make for warehouses now? Amazon
yeah.
is already using some.
Have you seen the warehouses I work in?
No, how bad?
Yes.
Yeah. We don't need robots. We don't have room for robots. And plus it'd mean the company would have to spend money.
I mean,
That
they
is an
made
issue.
room. They made
That
room
is-
for him somehow. So.
Exactly. Like, so I was actually talking to one of the lads about this, like the fact that I'm getting this new job now or whatever. And like looking back at it now, like I've been there for like when I finish in 2 weeks, it'll be like just over 2.25 years that I was there. Like I applied for that job with no experience in warehouse work whatsoever or anything along the lines. I just went in like pretty much book nude in terms of experience in the working world. Like
That's one way to say it.
nothing to back me up, no kind of like relevant job history in that field. And they still fucking took a gamble on me.
And
Now,
they're doing
don't
it right
get me wrong.
now.
Don't get me
They're
wrong.
doing-
Like they were crying out for somebody to fill that job because like holidays and shit that were coming up like at the time. They could have easily chose to not even look at my CV and try and look for someone that actually had the qualifications to just go in and be somewhat set and ready to go. They chose me.
And
It
you
chose
managed
me.
to pull
They
it off
needed
again.
me.
Yeah, lad.
He managed to
Anyway.
do it again in this new job. He's no experience.
Oh man.
play.
Jared's sitting over here like, man, how the fuck does he get away with this? Like what?
A little bit. It does my fucking head
From
in.
a different cloth, you know.
You know, like what was like 2
Oh.
weeks ago? Oh, I'm after sending out just a couple of CVs. You know, nothing major. A couple of days later, boys, looks like I'm getting a job interview. Then a day later, boom, I'm in a job. And Jared's like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh Christ.
Jared, ready? Fucking. Ugh.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I know I'll get it eventually. It's just a
Anyway,
very
just have to
depressing
fucking- Yeah. Oh, it is, like, it's a very tedious process, like,
God is, yeah.
because you could
it is.
send out so many, and like some will either get back and straight up like, nah, skill issue, and others
that's
just
one thing
won't
that
get
gets you
back to
too. When you get
Like-
100 no's, that is pretty fucking bad.
The killer is, and like you probably noticed this yourself, like employers will be like, oh yeah, like we'll get back to you within the next week about whether we're going to offer you an interview or whatever, and they won't.
Yeah, I don't get back to you.
That's their way of basically saying to you, show
No.
us you want the job, you get back to us instead of us getting to you.
See,
Like,
the
and, like,
thing is,
it-
most
it
of the
took me-
time you don't get their contact information,
Yeah,
so
it took me a
there's
while
no
to figure
room to
that
do
out.
that.
I mean, like in the
See,
past,
when
like,
I figured that out though, whenever someone said that to me like on the phone, or if I went into the shop or whatever to like apply or whatever, I'd say, right, well, can I get like a number so I can contact you or whatever,
yeah,
Employers are like all the bad things of dating a blonde.
or just go on to like
There's
the
games being
companies, like,
played. You got to understand that when they say this, they mean that. It is.
man, trying to applying for a job is like trying to find a relationship. Doesn't matter how experienced you are, you're still gonna be fucking caught on your heels. It does not matter, man. Does not matter one bit.
look at this smirk on his face when he says that.
Nothing can prepare you for that, man.
Look at the smirk when he says that.
Who?
What is it? What?
You will have
Me?
smirk when he says that.
What are you trying to get at, man?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, man. Just
Get out.
yeah.
See, it's a weird one as well because I was doing all that like content stuff for a while, and
Yeah.
now that I don't give a fuck about it, now that I literally do not care, and I put dick all effort into it, it's the best it's ever been.
I was gonna say, like, the
I have
content, in terms
Almost
of,
a
like,
million views this month. I have 750,000 views this month
as in
and I-
July or April, or like a month period
in the
over
last 30 days.
Right.
And when was your last payment from Twitch?
I get one in 10 days. My last one was the 15th. It's every month, and the monthly pay thing is, thoughts of suicide. That starts to happen on the 14th and on the 13th. So you gotta look forward to the 15th. But I even though I haven't streamed in a month, I will still get a payment.
Yeah.
Residual subs, people who didn't cancel their subs or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Getting a lot of messages though, like, you coming back or what are you doing?
Yeah, I was
No.
just about to say that. Has anyone messaged you going like, "Where the fuck are you? What
I
are you
get
doing?"
a shit ton of messages. I don't give a fuck. Not gonna answer. People commenting it on my post as well. Why'd you quit
Yeah.
Twitch? Because it's not a real fucking job anymore. Like
Just
during COVID, when everyone was shut in, you
fellas
could make a
there,
lot
like,
of money.
I didn't quit Twitch. I am what they call a volcano.
I didn't quit
dormant.
Twitch. Twitch quit me because I was that good. All right.
But like,
Nice.
and I'm gonna be really real about who you see do well on Twitch for a second. Anyone that you see doing well on Twitch, it's not like if they say that it's their full-time job, it's not their full-time job.
No.
They're on unemployment benefit or they're on disability. And anyone who is mainly successful in the Irish scene is pretty much on disability. And fucking shit on me if you want. It's fucking true. That extra bit of money, it's a big deal, right? So it's like 210 euro per week for disability.
Oh,
And then
dude,
you
it's like-
add in
something like
that you can get like 400 to 600 without much effort on Twitch. You start making a bit of money and you can make it your full time. But just that 600 without the extra bit of money from job seekers or whatever else, it's nothing. It's literally nothing.
I want to be that guy, but I did tell you that it's not sustainable.
At the start, when I first started Twitch, my first payment after I got a affiliate was $1,000.
I was gonna say you got a fat payment for your first one, didn't you?
My highest ever was 1.6, and then it continued on 800, 850, 600
Kinda
until my
slowed
last
down, yeah.
semester of college. It was big numbers until it just
Oh, stop.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that plus all the sponsor opportunities and shit you get. Like I was
True.
making 40. It doesn't sound like much, but it's an extra 40 per month off of
Yeah.
just posting my videos on Fresh Cut. Then they quit that partnership.
Yeah.
They changed their plan. I quit them.
So like that's where the real money is in streaming and stuff. Is the sponsorships and partnerships you end up like.
All the little things that
Racking
add
up.
up. See,
Yeah.
I was getting the Susie. I was getting an extra 40 a month. I was getting almost $1,000, so I'd be 1.1k per month. Wasn't insane, but like it
It's like
did the job.
2.5, 3 weeks worth of a working wage. So it's
Yeah.
it's a nice amount to bring in for doing fuck all basically.
Yeah, and it was fuck all. Like it's 16 hours a week that you put into it.
While
But
you're
yeah.
in college as well, like it's handy a little bit of income coming in. Like,
But anyone who there's exceptions. Like if you look at the likes of like Gara, Rusher, a couple other guys like that, it's their only thing, and they do very well for themselves. But a lot of
Because they
people
have to.
are, a lot of people are
It's their only thing.
on other things, and I'm not saying it's bad to be on these things. If you need need to be on disability, fucking get it. If you think you qualify for it, get it. Don't set yourself back. Same with welfare, whatever. But the reality is,
start trying to fucking chew your shoulders, kids. That's not gonna work. Trust me, I've tried. I've been there. I've tried. It don't work.
A lot of people try fake onto disability.
Oh, I know, yeah. Like, I got a finger chopped off before. Give me disability.
They'll have like old injuries and shit, and they'll try.
Of course you
get
have.
in. Yeah. But it apparently doesn't take much to get into it as well.
Yeah.
There's some people I know, they've kind of minor injuries, but they will be permanent, and they manage to get the full disability payment.
See, I feel like the word disability gets thrown around a lot lighter nowadays than it would have like.
When we were growing up, it meant you were in a wheelchair or like you had a physical disability.
Yeah, like
or a very obvious mental disability.
Yeah, like nowadays people will try use like the smallest things to pass off as a disability or whatever. And again, like, don't get me wrong, like I understand that like disabilities aren't just visual, like there is kind of things like behind the scenes, like in terms of like learning disabilities or whatever that you can't see or can't spot as easy or whatever. So you have to be mindful of that, like, but it is, I think it's taken a lot lightly.
Do you, or are they complete pussies?
What?
I have dyspraxia, I have dyslexia, and I have ADHD.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider myself disabled.
No,
people would have one of those, and they would consider themselves like,
like that's.
I'm not going to ever be able to work for the rest of my life.
Wait,
that's the point. That's the point I was kind of trying to get at. Like, but obviously, I don't want to I didn't want to say it because I didn't know how the best way to phrase it. Like, but
like, I feel like I could say it.
Yeah, I'll see, because you're broken, so you can say it.
Right? Isn't it so stupid that I have to say that I have this shit going on so I can shit talk it? Right?
Yeah. Well, like, you shouldn't have to, though. Like, I mean, like, obviously, don't get me wrong, it's the same with any topic. Like, if you're disabled or, like, any topic, basically, in today's society, you literally have to fucking censor everything you say, because people, as a species, have become so fucking sensitive to the smallest and stupidest shit, like.
To beat that, you should have been obese at some point in your life so you can shit talk fat people. And then you should find out if you have a disability. If you don't, get one.
Punch William.
Yeah.
If you don't have a disability, find one.
Get your knees shattered. Do something. But yeah, it's pretty absurd, and I know people who make it kind of their whole personality. People have some serious stuff, and you got to respect it and understand life is different, and it is harder for them. But some people try hop on that ship, and it just knocks the credibility of everyone else, right?
Like, another thing that kind of annoys me as well is, like, obviously, like, especially during COVID, like, people basically, like, obviously, like, people that were more like at risk because of health issues or whatever, or like people that like had stuff going on, like, you couldn't just like deny some, like, if someone went into, like, you know, the way there was this whole thing, like, if someone was like, oh yeah, like, I've got this going on or whatever, you couldn't question that because you didn't actually know what was going on with them. And people saw that as disrespectful, but like, how are you meant to know if they're being genuine or not if you don't ask the question? Like, people made a big deal about people just asking a genuine question. Like, if someone was like, oh yeah, like, I've got a fucking pacemaker or whatever, or like this going on with my like immune system or whatever. If you just asked as a genuine person, like, just genuine curiosity or genuine like inquiry, you were seen as a complete cunt because, oh, it's none of your business. Like, it's personal to them.
But you know, that's infuriating too. Like, I don't owe you my medical history thing. Like, okay, genuine curiosity, there's no harm in it. You don't owe it to me, but You don't have to
But
be a
at the same
complete
time,
dickhead
there
about
has
it.
to be a level of like not asking you to like give me a fucking rundown of like your fucking life in hospital or whatever, but like just show me some sort of like legit evidence basically. Like even if it's just like a fucking like people got like cards that say like, oh, like I have whatever, or like I suffer with like such and such a thing. Like again, like something small like that was made such a big deal of. Like it's not the person that's asking being disrespectful or whatever. It's just credibility to it or whatever. Like
yeah, credibility is the.
But again, like it shouldn't be at a stage where that's a thing that people have to question as well. Like
I got in an argument online recently, right? On one of my posts.
This should be good. Go on.
So this girl said I was fatphobic and ableist, and I've never been called these things, even though I am these things. And I'm kidding. I can say that because I've been fat.
My coming out story.
I'm technically disabled, right? But I would never consider myself it. But basically, she was going on about triple. You know, it's quite offensive to me, Willem. I can barely believe you'd say that to me. I'll cancel you. You're not going to get that job, buddy.
I've got friends, you know. I'll get you cancelled.
Oh yeah, I'll get you. 750,000 views are about to hear about you today. But oh fuck. But yeah, basically because a post was about. Remember that girl like working out doesn't make you better than everyone else? It does. Oh, yeah. Full stop. It does. Because you're really trying harder than everyone else, right? And basically, you know, people can't do it because they could be disabled. Okay, and I said, okay, that's very true. I understand that perspective. But isn't it more inspirational when someone has a disability and goes and does it? For example, the men in the Arnold's Classic, in the disabled category, they're bigger than everyone else because, you know, they trained only like the top muscles or like, you know, upper body, so it looks huge. But then she was like, disabled people don't exist to inspire you. That's not my fucking point. She said that to 100,000 guys so far and used it as like a clap back, I got you. It was dog shit. But then I go into her profile and I'm like, okay, who is this bitch? She's probably not even disabled. There's nothing in there to indicate that she is. But what I did notice, I scrolled down to her profile, OnlyFans girl, 200 followers. And one of the pictures at the very bottom is cropped, and it's her getting railed. It's her getting railed by a man who's old enough to be her grandfather. There's a guy with a big bushy grey beard behind her. She's covered in ropes. She's tied up. And it's very clear she's getting railed, right? A lot of sexual shit in her profile. And I'm like, Instagram is like okay with this shit, but I get reports for things being like slightly too mean. Infuriating to me.
Like again, like the point you were making there, like she was saying, like, oh, like disabled people or like people with like hindrances in their life weren't put on this planet to inspire people. Yeah, obviously that's not like they weren't even put on this planet to be fucking disabled or whatever. But like, it's the fact that they're really trying their best to do things that to likes of me and you, like going to the gym for you might be such a simple like everyday task for you now, same as it was for me last year. To them, that could literally be like winning a gold medal in the Olympics or something, because it could be that much of a struggle for them, or it could take that much motivation to actually get them to go out and do it.
But the infuriating thing is, it's not. You can go up the stairs.
Oh, I know.
If you can go to the store and eat all that fucking shit, you know, you can. No, but you can work out.
But like as a disabled person, you were saying, like a person with disability, like if they're able to really put in that much commitment to motivate themselves enough to go out and do something that could be seen as a difficult task for them, but simple to us, then like it might not be the most extreme thing in the world or like the biggest achievement, but again, like it's nice to like seeing them actually going out and doing it and being happy with themselves for doing it is still nice to see. Like,
because no one looks at disabled people and says they want them to do worse. They want to see them, you know.
But even like people in general, I could look at someone and be like, oh yeah, like he doesn't deserve to do good, or I want to see him do fucking poo or whatever. Like, and you will have people that like get like jealous or whatever of people that do well with things, but like again, like people like by fucking natural instinct or whatever tend to congratulate people and big people up rather than tear them down in most cases.
But from that conversation with that woman, I guess I'll never be proud of a disabled person for the rest of my life.
Oh, you won't be allowed to because she'll be coming looking for you.
Yeah. when her grandfather is railing her. I thought that shit was so funny.
When her pop is finished with her.
She followed me, and then like an hour later, going through my fucking posts and shit talking. And then yeah, funny because there's people who say worse. Like wasn't that bad, bro? Relax.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of funny though.
Yeah.
You guys ever have any weird arguments online?
Uh,
I feel like anytime I comment something on Instagram, someone's gonna be like, no, or you're wrong, or try start an argument. I see a lot of it.
I mean,
I mean, like yesterday on what was it two of your posts? I was like, put on more weight, buddy. Put on more weight. You remember you were fucking what was that doing your reps till failure? I'm like, come on, man, put on more weight.
What people didn't get about that post, and like one guy commented and like, yeah, don't you're just training until discomfort. Like, I get it, and I get the funny bit of he had 10 more in him, but that video is almost 3 minutes long. Like it's literally push. That last set I couldn't get it to fucking go out, and I was taking breaks between it, trying to get as many as I could, and a couple other videos of going till failure. Literally just can't get the weight to go anymore. But people are like, well, you got to do partial reps. So this is my weight. If I can't get it to do a shoulder press and get all the way up, when I fail, I should be doing this. Like I get kind of, yeah, you could do that, or you could just be a normal human being and not be a fucking weirdo in the gym. If I'm sitting there grunting like, you know, I might get kicked out.
Hey, you're gonna have a gym buddy very soon anyway, man. You're gonna have a gym buddy soon.
Also, people like training to failure is a pretty new thing. Mike Mensa did it back in the Olympia. Dorian Yates did it in the Olympia, and people do it now. But it's become popular now. But now it's all everyone talks about. You can just train normally as well. Like everyone else was just training normally. If you look at Chris Bumstead, Mr. Olympia right now, he just does whatever. Sometimes he goes to failure, not all the time, because you can risk injury.
Exactly. So, I was going to say, like...
Also, not a bodybuilder, just a guy trying to get in better shape. So, I don't know why the bodybuilding absolute max performance training is expected.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that thing of...
Like, it's each to their own. Like, you might be happy just, like, doing, like, reps that you can manage all the time, just keep building up that way. Or you might go to fail, like you might build up, like just go a week at a time, go to failure. When you hit failure, right, that's the weight limit you're going to try to get the next week and increase your max weight or whatever. Like it's like obviously there is ways to like do it that like is of the greatest benefit to you in terms of actually paying off or whatever, but at the end of the day, if you're happy doing what you're doing, man, like
social media has probably destroyed like fitness expectations, something crazy. Like one thing that gets me is the 225 bench press, which is 100 kg. Most people can't do that. Like literally, even in gym culture, it's like 1% of people can do it.
I think the most I was benching I was in the gym was like 70.
I can do 35, and that's complete. I'm training 11 weeks. Train triceps like a maniac. I can tricep dip 140 kg, but I can't bench that high. But like the expectation is like, oh well, you got to be able to bench or deadlift 200 pounds or no 200 kg. You have to be able to squat, double your body weight, 160 kg, and you have to be able to blah blah blah. Just to be okay, just to be the minimum, right? So if you wanted to post like, I got 60 kg on bench day, I'm so fucking happy training for this long, people be like, yeah, you could add more. He had more in him. That kind of stuff.
I don't want to. That's what I can max myself out of, and that's what I'm comfortable doing. So fuck off. If you think you're better, then fucking go and be better. Don't fucking sit behind your computer with your fucking fat bag of Watsits and your fucking Slurpee hat with two fucking cans either side, you fucking fat bastard.
Don't shit talk Watsits. Don't shit talk Watsits.
Go and do it yourself, you lazy bollocks. Don't be fucking sitting behind your computer screen in your nanny's basement, you big fucking decrepit. Get out and do it yourself.
You had every chance to say Pringles, but you didn't have to disrespect Watsits like that.
Nah, because whenever you see like computer trolls and shit in TV and fucking movies, it's always some fucking Donnie sat there with a fucking crusty ass beard, a fucking Watsit dust in his fucking beard. He's got the fucking beer hat on with two fucking cans of fucking Pepto Bismol or whatever the fuck he has in it. Oh man, just get out.
But yeah, no, you're right. People who comment that stuff probably can't really do it.
Like, I don't care what you think. That's what you want me to do. Go and do it yourself. If you're that fussed, go and do it yourself.
Also, there's a big thing at the minute where people claim they're natural, but they're taking some kind of performance enhancer. So whether it's like
Nicki Minaj's body,
whether it's secretagogues, whether it's SARMs, whether it's steroids or any smaller slight performance enhancer, like it's insane how many people are on gear and won't say it. There's this guy at the minute, I think it's Sean Fitzgerald or something like that. There's an Irish guy right now, and he's doing it. He's bigger than you know your man Protein Bar, but he recently looked to have hopped on gear because he's like Olympia size, like he's huge. But he still claims natural and all that. So the expectation is I can get that big. So my physique is not impressive. That's what's impressive. You could be 10% body fat. You could be 200 pounds, but it's not as cool as.
No, it's Fitzpatrick.
Outline guys.
You mean Sean Fitzpatrick?
I think that's probably it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a video of him?
It's this dude here.
That motherfucker. He's on gear.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. There's not a fucking hope he's natural.
Like
not anymore.
Like even if you take just on the topic of like what like the acceptable like social media like body is nowadays. Like if you take Ronaldo for example, right?
Skinny.
Ronaldo
Too skinny.
When his last year at Madrid, I think, or his second last year, so 2018, 2019, or it might have even been his first year at Juventus, like 2020. It was in the last like few years. He was measured to have the body fat percentage of a 22-year-old. He was 35 at the time that test was done. And like, don't get me wrong, like with his case, you can see that it is all just genuine, legitimate, like
because he's not
dedication
huge.
and commitment. Because he can't use any of that shit because they do doping tests pretty much after every game they do. So he will be fucking found out if he's using any of that shit.
If
I
like
were even like you see, like he's in the shape he is, and he's 38 or 39 now. Like it's not an unachievable shape, but at the same time, you have to consider the amount of work he puts in and has put in to get there. Like the work he's put in is like an unhuman level of work. Like even like you wouldn't see like the likes of people like doing like your Mr. Olympia train or whatever, putting in that level of work to get to the size they are.
You could have went for anyone except the Olympia guys.
Well, like you know what I'm saying, like
yeah. But like average big guy in your gym.
They're gonna focus more on building themselves up. He's doing it just to stay in, like whereas Ronaldo's doing it just to stay in the best shape he can be physically.
Yeah, he's
give himself the most longevity he can in his field of work or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Ronaldo is made for longevity and made for performance.
That's
a bodybuilder can't do a sport realistically.
Like that's why, and like I'm gonna kind of bend this conversation into the topic of football for a minute, just because of the whole Ronaldo thing being brought up. Like one thing that I always bring up as like an argument whenever people try to compare Messi and Ronaldo is if you look at the two. For me, if you look at the two, like Ronaldo is in like a perfect world. He is your perfect athlete. He has the body, he has the dedication, the commitment. Like he has the physique, he has everything that you want in a perfect athlete. Like in terms of the field he's in, he has done everything, won everything. Like he is the model athlete. He is what young people look up to in terms of.
I doubt athlete. He even supplements.
No, not a chance.
Not anything serious.
Like
you said, if you look at Messi right? in that conversation, like the thing that kind of separates the two for me is anyone could achieve what Ronaldo has if they were as dedicated and committed and put in as much work, in terms of even if it's just using him as like an example for like the perfect physical athlete, like I was saying. But the things that Messi has done with the size he is in comparison, he's smaller in terms of height, he's not as ripped, and the ability he has compared to Ronaldo is so much more raw. Like it would be so much easier for younger people to achieve a Ronaldo state in the future than it would a Messi state.
Yeah.
Just like.
What about Wayne Rooney? But that guy, he looks like shit, and he's incredible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
there's guys in pubs who look like him. Like guys who drink
he's
multiple times a week.
As well.
Stuff like that.
He's younger than Ronaldo.
No. I know. My mother told me that recently. But that's insane.
Ronaldo's 39. I think Rooney's 37.
Fucking hell.
But look at David Beckham though. He's 45.
He's a model.
In his 40s.
He's been a model for how long now? He's been a model since I was growing up.
Yeah.
I never
Like,
knew him as a
again,
footballer.
yeah, but like just again, like just in terms of comparing, like because they would have all kind of played around the same time. Like obviously the age gap between them, but like it would have been from like the same era of football, if you get me. Like, but it's fucking crazy, like. But yeah, just you. What were you saying there, Crow? Or what were you gonna say? Something about
You
No,
said something
I
about
can't
gear.
remember now. Oh yeah, fucking when you were talking about gear, you know that it makes you get bigger. I don't think it does. I remember you
Okay,
were saying
I'm gonna call all the Olympia winners real quick. What do you mean you don't think it makes you get bigger?
it's not true.
What are you talking about? Steroids make you bigger. SARMs make you bigger. Performance enhancing drugs can make you bigger.
the word enhancing is literally in the name.
Like Trenbolone, Anavar, D-ball, Winstrol, they're gonna make you bigger.
And even if they don't make you bigger,
Benbuterol, is
they're
that
going to
right?
enhance your ability to do what you're doing dramatically compared to your natural and
Mainly they
general state.
enhance
Like,
recovery, which
yeah,
leads to a bigger size. But that's shit you can't do when you're natural as well. Like, there is a muscle building element to that as well.
yeah,
The
but the other
likes of
side of it is
MK667, it makes you
okay.
increase your human growth hormone by like fucking 200%.
Okay,
Ridiculous.
but if you look at Ronaldo's recovery after whenever he plays games, his recovery is he'll like sort himself out in the dressing room after games, and he has like ice baths, all this shit in his house. He takes like all of his salts or whatever to help heal the muscles or whatever. He
But
does
he'd
all the
recover
right
like a
things
normal person.
naturally. Yeah, exactly. All his is all natural, and look at the state he's still in today, just from naturally recovering with like the aid of like bad like recovery salts or whatever, or like an ice bath or whatever. Like he does it the natural way, and he's still in
Yeah.
just as good a condition
But
as
he
the likes of the
can't
rest of them.
squat 400 pounds. A bodybuilder
Yeah, but
can because they're on
he-
gear and they can recover that fast.
yeah, and
If
he doesn't need to squat
Ronaldo
400
got
pounds.
to that level once, how long would it take for the average person to recover, right?
Yeah.
Like, even if I do a 200-pound squat, I'm out. I'm out for a while.
Oh yeah.
Like, I won't be doing legs the next day. I won't be doing legs until
That's,
like 12
that's
days
the
later.
difference between like all these like bodybuilders and like just your general sports people as
Yeah.
such. Like the bodybuilders will purely look at doing squats, deadlifts, benches, whatever, because that's what they need to do to get fucking ginormous. Yet you still see athletes that are just as ripped and just as good physical condition, if not better, from doing the more basic exercises and doing it more consistently and doing their natural recoveries, and they're still in just as good a physical state or healthy state as like these fucking huge dudes. Like,
yeah.
So
What makes you think they don't make you bigger?
Well,
Like
doesn't that work for like a short time?
It depends on what you're using, right? So let's say me and you, we hit our natural potential. It takes about 2 years of training, 3 years. So we max out. We can be 10% body fat, and we can be 180 pounds. That's about the average, realistically.
Yeah.
That's how big we can get. We train an extra 2 years, we could only put on 5 pounds. Train another 2 years, could get 3 pounds. Can't really get any bigger. If I start taking MK667, so human growth hormone secretagogue, we'll both get bigger, we'll both feel better, our tendons will get bigger, and then we'll have to take that for a while, then hit the limit. Hit our potential with that. Then you can add more to the cocktail. Okay, I want to try a little bit of Anavar, let's say 15 milligrams a week. I'll get my potential with that. I'll keep growing and growing and growing. So if you're taking that kind of stuff, you'll get bigger, but you'll need to be taking like a cocktail, pretty much.
The other side of it as well is look at the effects all that stuff has on your body.
Like, it fucks up your liver. Like also, if you use steroids, your testosterone's gone for pretty much the rest of your life. You're gonna need a TRT for the rest of your life.
Like, do you see the talk about your man, that German fitness fella that died here the other week?
Oh,
I can't remember his
Joe
name.
Linder.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, like, again, fella was huge, but look at the stuff he was supposedly taking.
Stuff that like dries out your skin.
What was he, 31, like 32? Like,
he's 30.
Yeah, like,
and he was openly on gear.
Yeah,
he was incredible though. Joe, like, I know it's bad, but he was literally incredible when he was around.
Like, I don't know, I don't see why like you would go through all the hard work and shit to build up your reputation, just to go and ruin it by taking gear and using all that shit. Like,
Well, to get to the highest level, which is what he was going for, the IFBB,
yeah,
there's no there's a natural section, I think, but if you're Mr. Olympia, the prize is 50,000. So they're all competing to look good enough, to get all the money, and even like second, third place, there's money in it too.
yeah.
So they're
like,
all getting
that's
pretty big.
50,000 though. Like,
Yeah, they spend more than
surely
that, but it's also
surely-
like what
yeah, but,
comes
like,
with that. Biggest bodybuilding organization in the world. If you're the best, what opportunities come your way?
yeah,
Young
but
LA,
you do it all
Gorilla
naturally.
Mind.
Like, you get your sponsorships that way and your deals that way. You're going to
Yeah.
eventually get to a stage where you're making just as much, probably, if not more. Yeah, you might not have the massive partnerships with the massive gyms and organizations, but you've done it all naturally. You've got there like in a legitimate way, so to speak. You're earning
Well,
just as much or a healthy amount as well, and you're not killing
define
your
natural
insides.
though, right? So
Well,
I supplement with. I take a
Yeah, like
multivitamin. That's natural. Creatine. You get it in
yeah,
food, but I supplement it so muscles
like
get
the
bigger.
supplements and stuff. I can understand because obviously, like you might not be able to get enough of it in certain foods and stuff, and like that's like from your point of view, like that's fair enough. Like, but what just the way you were saying, like people taking Anavar or whatever, like you can still like yeah, you might not be as big, but at the end of the day, like there's more to it. Like obviously, like there's the physical appearance and stuff as well, like you were saying, like
It
in
has some
terms of
shitty.
how you look,
Like,
like
it has some bad side effects as well.
Which ones?
that's what we were saying, like it fucking
Like,
ruins your insides.
no, that shit.
Yeah,
That's that young
exactly.
lad who did steroids the first time he joined the gym. That complete goober.
It'll
Like,
fuck your back up, man.
I cannot
Well,
believe he actually had to take a week off of steroids or a month off of steroids just because of his back, and now he's back on them. He's an idiot, that guy.
Like you have to like surely you get to a stage where you have to wonder if it's worth it. Like
Well, it is healthy to be a natural bodybuilder to a degree. But you start taking gear, it's the complete opposite. Yeah, I look better, but I'm dying inside, literally. But there are things you can take that will make you put on size that are natural. So if you took like things that enhance your testosterone, you took more creatine, you took NMN.
no, there's no way that's true. Fuck what? No, man.
like again,
Which-
like oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, that's what steroids do.
Fucking chest
Yeah.
is ripped to shit in the middle, man.
Yeah. Don't
fuck that.
ever touch that shit. I know guys who are on it,
No, no.
and it is terrifying.
Rip.
I know guys who are like, there's one guy in my gym, actually like jacked out of his mind, but he's hit his potential in his upper body 100%. He could go bigger on legs, but he's pretty much hit his potential because
Yeah.
he's been training for 5 years. And he's saying he wants to hop on gear if he doesn't get any more progress going because he wants to get into powerlifting. The powerlifting
Yeah.
organizations in Ireland, not all of them test for gear. So, you know, it's actually a big
Yeah.
thing in organizations that don't test for gear, where guys just hop on it. Jiu-jitsu does not test for
Fucking
gear,
hell, boys.
so guys take steroids. Bro, in IFAA, they don't test for anything. We could probably
No.
hop on mega gear, get
Yeah.
jacked out of our minds,
Your
shoot
fucking minds.
120-pound bows, and beat everyone.
Well, Cameron Haynes shoots 190, so
But he's not anything.
he's on anything.
Yeah. But if you wanted to, you could. That's just another sport. Probably there's some probably like running organization in Ireland where you could just like dope up like crazy and go wham. Yeah. Untested
story?
organizations, not a good thing.
Are we?
The other side of it as well is though, like if you can get away with it, obviously you're gonna think to yourself like, why not? Like why wouldn't I? Like if I can get away with it. But at the same time, like if you're going, let's just say you're going from shooting like a 70-pound bow or whatever to all of a sudden being able to shoot a 120-pound bow, like people are gonna pick up on that very easily. Same way if you're going from running like 100 meters in like 11 seconds to all of a sudden being able to do it in sub 10 seconds, like it's not a massive gap in terms of numbers. When you look at the timing sheets, it's a huge gap, like cutting a whole second off, like in out of nowhere, like when you're still fucking running the same way you always have, like it's
Running is one where you could go and dope up. But I'm remembering now that in IFA there's no benefit to a higher pound bow. The arrows can only go 300 feet per second. Is that it, Crowe?
There's
Was
a
it
tolerance.
325.
There's a tolerance of 10 to 15 feet per second. I mean,
Okay.
my bow in Finland was over that. So I had to wind down my bow by 2.5 pounds, but it still wasn't any good enough. Wasn't good enough.
There's actually no benefit except maybe your cardio or so on and such stuff like that. Really.
No, it's the little
Which again,
chronograph
you
stuff
can
and
build
all
up
that
by
shit.
just using treadmills, swimming, running, all that sort of stuff, like step fucking machines or whatever.
One of the lads I was meant to get on first today, he's a natural powerlifter who's never supplemented either.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to convince him, like, dude, just try creatine. It's in all your food. You're eating red meat all day. Let's see how much more you could do if you had a fuck ton of creatine. Try a multivitamin. Just imagine what that would be like, right?
Yeah.
Just take these other things, and how much better could you do? Still not convinced. Won't do it. It literally, like, it's rice and meat, veg.
Yeah. That's fair enough, though. Like, that's the way he's chosen to do it, and he's happy enough
But he
with how he's doing.
could do better.
Yeah, but why? If he's happy enough, he doesn't. Like, why would he need to? That's the point. Like,
Well, if I told you you have to do 100 sit-ups every single day to... Okay, that's a bad example. If you can do 100 push-ups every day in order to qualify for blank, what if I said, I have a pill, it's completely natural, there's no downside. If you take this, it's going to be a lot easier. It'll be 25% easier. Completely legal, encouraged by the organization. Why would you not take it? Right?
Because I find more enjoyment out of doing things the hard way.
So you enjoy last place?
No, I enjoy putting in the extra work and the graft and having to really work for things.
What happens when you can't go any harder? When 1,000 is the limit, you can't get to 1,001 push-ups. You're just done.
1,001 would piss me off because it's a fucking completely not rounded number anyway. It crippled me OCD. So
I get it to a degree.
If you had said like 90, if you had said like 97, and you can get to 100, fair enough, maybe. But even still, like, I just fucking keep putting in the work until I could do the 100.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm able to get that close from doing it all naturally without any supplements or whatever, like, then with a bit of extra work, I can get to the extra 3 done and get to 100, like, in that kind of way.
But they don't take away from the work. I can take creatine and never work out, and there's no benefit. Like, it literally only affects me if I'm working out and eating correctly. Yeah. Same with like this is the most abstract thing I take. Glucosamine sulfate. If I don't eat enough protein or I don't work out, this will do nothing. But it kind of like strengthens your joints. You know, I'm petrified of, like, you ever see bicep tears or pec tears?
Yeah.
I am terrified of that shit. So I do the safest exercises I can, and I take that shit and anything else I can.
Yeah. Again, like, don't get me wrong, obviously, like you were saying, like, not everyone can get their, like, supplements or whatever and the correct amounts or whatever from certain foods and that, like, I get that, and obviously you need to get them somehow, like your vitamins or whatever. That's fair enough. But again, for me, like, it's not really a big thing for me. Like, if I'm happy enough doing it the way I'm doing it, I'm not going to change it. Like,
so think of you as a machine right now, right?
I am a machine.
You just ate cheese and sausage rolls, fat and carbs, minor amount of protein, right? But if you took, say, what I'm taking, you could still eat like that and feel a lot better. You wouldn't have to put in the effort. And imagine if you did. Like,
yeah. See, I think for me, I'd see it as like a lazy way out as such. Like, I don't need to put in as much effort because I'm getting it.
But you do. You can push harder now.
Oh, I know, but I don't know.
Like, Crowe, do you think you'll be supplementing with the gym?
I just like to be fucking awkward, me.
My gym supplies all that stuff as well.
Yeah, but doesn't mean it's a good deal.
So wonder why he's going to the gym. He's fucking getting shit off them.
This was like £4 from Shauna's gym. When she was in a leg slip. I don't know what it was called. And when she looked online, it cost, I think it was €12 for 8 of them. So they were just ripping her off with this. Doesn't mean it's good. Just because the gym has it doesn't mean it's good. I don't even buy like the drinks they have in my gym, even though I love the gym and the staff in there are great.
So they've got a vending machine there and like the fucking foyer, haven't they?
Yeah, the same one in here.
Reception desk.
Yeah. Come to Cavan, man. It's cheaper up here.
Yeah,
and so I'm saying when we go down to yours next, we just do that in the gym. Go wham. I did that with my
6 a.m. No,
that last barbecue I did.
Get
out.
Yeah.
No.
Easy. Yes.
Yes.
When I finish in Brady's, I am never waking up before fucking 7 a.m. again, unless I'm getting on a fucking plane.
I'm gonna kick your head and you're getting in the gym.
I'm gonna fucking shiv you.
But listen.
With my car keys.
when I had the barbecue last day, we went in,
I'll
we did
fucking
that.
drive over you with Bernice, you fat man.
Oh,
Combo rolls into the car, let it fucking flatten me.
You were saying, Jared, the last day you had a barbecue?
Go on.
went
Yeah,
in.
barbecue.
One of my buddies wants to join the gym, so we got him
Yeah.
a day pass. They almost didn't give it. I just kind of knew with the lads. I was like, wait, come on, we had one the other day.
Oh, so,
And yeah, we went in, did deadlifts, did bench, and did squats. Didn't do a workout. Just got like an idea of where he was at.
yeah.
And I think that stuff is great crack. Just like lifting heavy shit with your friends, and then eating
Yeah.
fucking barbecue after. That kind of slaps. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like when I was in the gym last year, like Monday to Friday, I was doing like my push-pull legs or whatever, and then Saturday I'd kind of do a bit of I'd kind of pick out like one or two exercises from each, and then do like a good bit of like deadlift, bench, squats as well. Like, so I think the way I was doing it, I was doing push. No, I was doing pull, push, legs, pull, push, and then Saturday I was doing bits from each, and then obviously the bench, the deadlift, and the squats as well.
Why aren't you in the gym now, though? What's going on?
Life.
Phone bill, rent, fuel for the car because I have to do 2 trips to the airport, and because I'm trying to get sorted with this new job.
But you'll have more money and more time in this next job, so you should be
Yeah.
better off.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like once
Are you getting much more per week? I
He's
know.
getting the same as me.
or about €40 per week, I think more.
See
He
that's
gets-
nice. That's nice.
Yeah,
same
but
as me.
it'll be €40 quid that'll be gone onto the fuel for the car because I'm traveling further. So.
But
it's
that's one
around the
thing off your
same.
plate, right?
I mean, the extra money I'll earn from this job will just be going into fuel for the car for the week to get to and from work because I'm traveling further. So.
we did try to get him off the fucking Paramount Plus, the Netflix, the Sky, but he's like, "Nah, man, I ain't cutting that out."
Yeah, but I've
Saving Dosh? No.
yeah, but I've managed to figure. I've sorted that out though, so it's alright.
Yeah. Subscriptions and so on. They really do eat your money.
Yeah.
They eat their money, but it's nice to be in the routine of paying for them now because when you're living on your own, you're gonna have to be in that state of mind anyway. So.
Yeah.
Right, don't get me wrong, it's a pain in the arse paying for everything, but I'm better off in the long run.
Yeah.
So, again, like I said, I've got it all worked out in my head, a way of kind of getting money saved and shit and this and that, like, that'll work. But for now, for the next couple of weeks, because I've got fuck all money after the holiday, it's just building some savings up first before I do anything. So, and then obviously get settled in, start at this new job, and then we'll go from there. So
Easy
Go whammed
peasy.
out. It'll be
You need to find another way of getting money in.
I can think of plenty of ways. Most of them are illegal though.
Well, yeah.
Jared's new gym buddy, Willie here.
Yeah. I will see.
Yeah.
We'll see what Willie can do.
Oh yeah, like to be honest, like once I get started with this new job now, like I'll probably just literally go straight from work, straight into eating dairy into the gym, like
Pick up
Yeah.
finish at
pick up
6,
Jared on the way.
in the
Pick
gym
up
for
Jared
about
on the way.
7, like
I tend to be in there like 2:00 most days.
Yeah.
Pick up Jared on the way now. Pick
Yeah,
Jared up.
I'm neighbors with the gym. Like I can walk
yeah,
200 meters to the gym.
I know.
yeah, exactly. I'm not wasting my fuel going here. It's 200
Yeah.
meters. Fuck that shit.
If I'm going there to exercise, I don't mind the walk.
Yeah, that's your warm up. That's
There you go.
There you go.
That's the warm up, man.
Here's one thing actually. My because I'm on the calorie deficit, right? Like making progress with weights, basically non-existent. Every 2 weeks, I go up about 5 pounds and everything. That's about
Yeah.
it. It's not much at all because there's no mass being put onto my body. It's all going away. So, just working a bit harder, correcting form, etc. But my cardio, holy fucking
I was gonna
shit!
say your cardio's probably cracked.
I do 20 minutes of cardio every day, and on Thursday and Friday are cardio specific days. So I will do an hour cardio, and I
That's
fucking
the
love
cross
it.
trainer. Isn't it the cross trainer?
I used the cross trainer because knees. Because all the squats and stuff will add up, and my knees will be fucked later. So.
And you've never touched the treadmill at all, like you.
Oh yeah, of course I've touched the treadmill. You put that shit. If you put that at a 15-degree angle, you double the amount of calories you burn. If you maintain the same pace, which is harder to do.
Yeah.
So that's what you're going for. I'm looking to be healthy. I don't want to look fucking huge. And I know that's a stupid thing to say. People are like, well, I don't want to get too big. Like, it's almost impossible to get too big. But
Yeah.
literally, like, I don't want to get to 200
Too
pounds.
big is
wanna just
only
be
as big as you
unhealthy.
can get in a state where you're not happy. There is no socially defined size that is too big. It is
And
purely down to the person and what they feel unhappy at being
think
in
about
terms
this
of their
too, man.
size.
Guys can be 200 pounds, 10% body fat, naturally. And then they think, I look skinny, I look like shit. I need to hop on
Yeah.
gear. Body dysmorphia, and it's fucking terrible.
Mm.
And it's like an amazing physique, and like people just wouldn't get that. Oh, you're actually looking well.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys in my gym who take gear, they don't really talk to everyone else. They look a bit fucking angry all the time, and like they're just slamming weights. So it's like you get a bit uncomfortable. Like I'd be taking a break, I'd be talking to Shauna in between sets, and there's this guy fucking slamming 200 kg
Slamming
deadlifts,
weights.
and I'm like,
Throwing it about.
like,
What are you doing?
who hurt you? What was her name?
Literally. That's literally what Chrissy said to me the first time I was in there deadlifting with him. It was on a Saturday. And he was like, he was like, do you want to do some deadlifts and just see how you can get on, see what you're able to do or whatever? So yeah, fuck it, why not? I think he started me off with 40 kg. I was like straightforward enough, like handy. Cause that's what I was kind of doing in terms of like some of the smaller exercises anyway, for pull or whatever. You're right, put another 5 on it, 5 again, 50, 55, so it kept going up. I think at the time his PR was like 135 or something at the time. I think the max I got up to that I could just about do 1 rep of was 120. My first time deadlifting, and he just turned around and he's like, man, who hurt you? I was like, what? He was like, my PR is 135 and you're doing 120 off the rip. I was like,
My first deadlift was 60.
yeah.
And then 3 weeks ago I did 70, and I haven't done it since because it kind of hurts.
Yeah.
And I've been
do
doing sports my whole life as well. Like that is insane to rip out one of those, Willem. That's very impressive.
Rip out one of them, huh?
Yeah. But,
how was your back the next day? How was your hips and everything?
Fine, yeah.
No pain?
Not a bother.
You didn't do reps of it, no? Just did one big one?
Not the 120, no.
Yeah.
I think after I kind of hit the 120 and kind of found like my failure or whatever, I dropped it down to like 90 or 100 and was doing sets of 5 or whatever.
No wonder.
And that was straightforward enough, like.
No wonder why you done your back in, man.
That's because I was a retard in work and didn't lift something properly.
A couple of weeks later, someone was begging for mercy.
Man, that was like
Nace fucking begging for mercy.
Man, that was like 8 months after, not a couple of weeks after.
Nah, skill issue.
If you got some kind of joint pain or blah blah blah, you should check out our sponsor, Anna.
Of course I do. I'm old.
But this shit, and I'm serious. It sells in little. It's gone almost every time it's out, and it is fucking incredible. Glucosamine sulfate.
23-year-old and a 73-year-old's body. Of course, I got joint pain, Gerard.
I got enough, man. I have a slip disc. I have all kinds of back injuries from when I was younger.
Yeah.
Lad,
years of fucking
go back to fucking years in the
tennis
bog,
elbow.
lad. This is
all
not
gone.
to do with fucking working, lad. My back injuries go way back to the days in the fucking bog, digging up fucking bog donnies in the fucking ground.
Bog donnies,
yeah, there you go.
Bog donnies.
Man.
Fucking bog donnies, huh?
Yeah. To be honest, looking at it now, I don't know how the fuck it was even able to fucking deadlift 120, because I know for a fact I'd be doing well to do fucking 60 or 70 now.
If you do it now, your back would be just like, what are you doing? No.
You gotta really a bit of practice first. That's why I'm saying, like, by the time we're at Crowe's, which is about a month from now, just shy.
I'll probably be about a week in the gym.
Okay, that's not that good.
I know. I'll say.
But we could do something like that and have a bit of crack.
Because
it's a great video.
6 a.m. It opens at 6 a.m. in the morning.
I'm not going to the fucking gym at 6 a.m. I need my fucking beauty sleep.
You're not getting your fat.
We're not getting into Cavan at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
I don't care how hard we try.
I could be working a Saturday as well, so you fucking.
No, the next morning. I mean, I'm talking about the next morning.
On the Sunday, I might get up at fucking 6 a.m. on a Sunday. You can get the fuck out, man.
I'll do it. I'm down.
Friday night. You
we'll
come
do
to my gaff.
Consider it done.
And what if I'm working the Saturday?
That's then
Skill issue.
tell him to fuck off.
And I'm not fucking driving down to Calvin at fucking 7 o'clock on a fucking Friday.
Man,
fuck off.
I've driven down to your house at what, like 1:30, 2 in the morning? I've done that before.
No, you have not.
I have.
That was for a
I
booty
have.
call. You had different
Remember that?
motivations.
I've never driven down to mine that late.
No, because I finished on the late shift because me and Will. Where were we going? We fucking were doing something on that weekend, and I finished on the late shift, and I was like, right, I'm gonna go home, grab a shower, I'm gonna pack my bag, and then I'm gonna go. So I
the
literally
weekend we
parked
went to Wexford.
something like this anyway, and I parked my car up at the top of the road because I didn't want to wake up my parents. So I came home, fucking got my shower, I ran up the road, and I was like, yeah, I'm on the way now.
That shower was pointless then.
It was like 12:30, and I got down to his house at like 2 in the morning, and he was like, "How you know?"
You have never gotten to my house that late.
I have.
The latest you've got down to my house is like 9 o'clock.
No,
And
no, this is at night or an early morning. Like
you've never gotten to my house that late.
Do you not remember this?
You've never gotten to my house that late.
I have.
You have not.
I've driven it. I remember.
Well, I'm telling you now, you've never gotten to my house that late.
Fair enough.
Just saying.
Okay.
But
Next time
the latest that I can remember was like that time you picked me up from work at like 11:30. Fucking.
I drove down to your house.
Apache.
I drove down to your house, and I remember arriving at 1:30, 2 in the morning, and you were still up at that stage.
Are you playing fucking zombies right now?
No, I'm not. No,
I can hear the controller going 90.
Clicking, you fucking
I can hear the controller going 90.
Yeah.
Put that shit down.
You fucking smacking a zombie with a knife, like, get out.
I'm not playing anything, man.
Skill issue.
It's not in your hand, like.
You're playing it yourself.
I just heard you put it down, you big boss.
You're playing it yourself.
That's terrible. I'm just saying, next time,
cracking knuckles, like, don't worry
in order to,
that's what it is. Get out.
Next time, so we don't leave too late from Crows, I think you should leave a window a little bit open.
Yeah. Because it's dope.
Just take the fucking...
I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm thinking, leave like this much space in case we need to get a fucking wire in there again.
Or,
no wonder why I have a ripped arm right now, because I was fucking bending that door off the hinges. Like,
man, you fucking didn't bend bollocks. The only thing you bent was the metal wire, you big fucking troglodyte.
This dumbass fucking went to change his jocks in the car and his keys fell out of his pocket.
No, they didn't fall out. I left them in the door.
Skill issue.
That was a fun day. That was a fun day getting to that car.
Yeah, it was. I wish I broke his window.
The Whites would have been paying for a new one.
Yeah, you would have been.
No, I would have just said, "Here you go, fuck off, pay,
no,
go pay for yourself."
Yeah, you fucking would have as well, you tight bastard.
I would as well.
Yeah, I fucking know you would have, you tight old prick.
Cheek.
Enough cheek for a second arse.
What they say. But lads, I think that's about it. We've done an hour and a half.
That's enough.
Yeah. What's the main takeaway? Lizzo's a cunt.
Yeah, basically.
Stay natty. Don't do gear. Balls
don't
go away.
Gear. Don't do gear.
What else?
Don't do it, man.
Ronaldo is what performance looks like.
Yeah, Ronaldo is the perfect world's athlete.
No one understands the biology of Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like I've seen dads who look better.
Yeah, I've seen trolls that look better. He makes Shrek look handsome.
You know,
that Don's green.
Yeah, he's not the best looking.
You're trying to do leg day and your legs are skinny, and you look at your dad, man, and your fucking legs would be like bloated out, bulked out.
Like an ice cream cone. Well, top heavy Timmy boys.
But my dad has a completely normal physique, except he has like calves bigger than what you'd see on stages.
They're like out to here, man. They're like,
like if he puts on jeans and he wants to like pull up like the leg on them, he can't. There's no fucking room. The calves are that big. Like whenever I remember being younger and see my dad in shorts and being like, "What the fuck is that thing?" I'm serious. Because most guys like have chicken legs.
You got them chicken legs.
Especially in the 2000s when no one really cared about like being how top heavy were. No one cared about how big your legs were.
To be fair, I used to have my legs used to be fucking cracked when I played ball. I used to have some fucking mad ties going on and all sorts of mad calves.
Back in the day, before you
when I swam, ran and played football.
Before you discovered money.
Yeah, Doshwanga.
Doshwanga. That's what we'll call it.
Do that to a man.
Ben Franks. Big
right, ladies. Ladies, take care. Good luck and bye-bye. We'll see you again Next week.